Alright, so let's do this together. Let's prepare our first Python program. Again, I will be going into the details about the program later on. Okay, so when you open this Microsoft Visual Studio Code, you will see a screen like this, a cross out to welcome screen. And then click on this icon, which shows the Explorer, and then open folder. I already explained, you keep maintaining your class code files in a separate directory, just like fall 2025, 1010, and all the relevant files in the same folder. So I have maintained, I've been maintaining my class codes for fall 2025 in this directory. So I will go ahead and open this. And once I open the folder, it will again open the welcome screen. I can either cross it out or I can start creating a file from here. But I will cross that out and I'll show you how to create a file from this side bar. So hover over your mouse on this icon, which asks you to create a new file. We can click on this and then we have to provide the file name. Let's call it salary_calc. And then we also need to provide the extension, file extension. And you can see as soon as I write py, it will automatically detect that it's a py file, and it will, the icon of Python will appear here. Okay. So hit enter. And now we are in salary_calc py file. Okay. One thing I would like to mention that the reason why I'm emphasizing you to use AI PyPal, because you will be required to submit your interaction with AI PyPal so that we can analyze and grade your class participations. Okay, your class participation will also be counted towards the questions you ask through a platform I will be demonstrating in a while. But okay, let's proceed ahead and let me try creating, start writing a program. Let's give meaningful names this time. Hourly, let's say hourly_wage. We cannot have a space in between two words. So let's say hourly_wage, and let's call it $25. And the, what is it called? The hours, working hours equals 40. And you may notice that whenever you write something, you'll see a dark circle appeared here, which means that you have made some changes in your file, but you have not saved it yet. So you can save the file. The shortcut key is a Command S if you're on Mac. If you're on Windows, it is Control S. Okay. So working hours and num_weeks, equal number of weeks, and which is 52. And then we have salary equals, we can start calculating. So the good thing about these advanced IDEs is that you start writing the name, it suggests automatically. You can just hit enter. You do not need to rewrite the same name again. So hourly wage, working hours, and then num_weeks. So this is a symbol for multiplication in Python or in any programming language. Okay, asterisk. So once we calculated this, we can produce an output on user's screen. So print, what do we want to print? Let's say salary. Okay. This will just throw off the figure that is stored in salary. Okay. Now we want to run this program. So there are two ways of running this program. Either you can click on this play button. If it is not appearing on your screen, it means that you need to install Python extension on Microsoft Visual Studio. It might already be giving you an option to install Python extension as a notification. You might see a notification on this tab here. But don't worry about it if it is not showing up here. What you can do is, and this is the way that I prefer to run, is I would bring my cursor on the file name, right click, and then select Open in Integrated Terminal. So it will open the terminal integrated in Microsoft Visual Studio itself. Okay. So once you are there, I will proceed ahead now. Now once the terminal, the same terminal that I demonstrated earlier, I can now, to execute the file, I need to type in the command first, which is Python, and then I can write this file name, which is salary underscore calc. I do not need to write the entire name. I can just start writing the first few characters and hit tab key on my keyboard to complete the file name automatically. Yes.
How did you open the terminal?
So you bring your cursor on the file name, right click, and select open an integrated terminal.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have already typed in the command, the file name, and I can just hit enter. So when I hit enter, I'll see an output 52,000. Now your code might be calculating many things, and it might be displaying many figures on your screen. So 52,000, maybe 26,000, or 43,500, whatever. How would user be able to identify what is this figure about? Okay, so what we can do is in the print tool or in the print function, we can optionally append a message for the user. So let's say we want to append a message in the quotes. The message has to be in the quotes. It should be, maybe we can say that annual salary is, whatever we write in the code, it will appear as an additional message. After code, with this comma, we can grab the value stored in this variable salary. Again, I'm using the term variable, but we haven't talked about it yet. Okay, now let's try running it again. Again, when you're running it on a terminal, you do not need to write the entire command again. Just hit the upper arrow key on your keyboard, and it will pick the command that you have just executed. And you can keep pressing the upper key to get some previous commands. Okay, now hit enter, and now you will see an output in different form, like annual salary is 52,000, whatever you included up here. Okay, any question? Yep.
I think just because I'm using Windows.
Is it Windows?
Yeah.
So on Windows, you should not be writing Python. What you do is, if you are on Windows, I'm talking about Windows users, but I'm just writing it up here. So write py, give a space, start writing the file name, let's say salary SA, and hit tab. It will automatically pick up the right syntax. It will complete the command, and when you hit enter, it will execute your code. Yep. All right, so what I also discussed in the example, it's like if I decide to change the hourly wage, I can, or not hourly wage, or maybe number of hours, or whatever, hourly wage, let's say hourly wage. Let's say it was 25, maybe this time it is now 26. Okay, so once the input is changed, we need to recalculate the output. Okay, so I can just copy and paste the same equation again here, salary, and then also the same thing, print statement, and this time I can say that updated salary is this. And if I run this program, again, most of you get the response that it is not updating the output, it is not reflecting. So it might be the reason because you haven't saved the file after making changes. And how you can identify that, you see currently there is no circle here. If I just hit enter, just hit the space, you will see there is a change that is shown up here, which we haven't saved yet. So always make sure that you keep on saving your file. If you are on Mac, Command S is the short key. If you are on Windows, Control S is the short key. Okay. Now let's try running it again. You do not need to write the same command again. You just hit the up arrow key on your keyboard and hit enter. And you see the first time it calculated annual salary is 52,000, and now the updated salary is 54,080. Okay. So this is how we can do it. I would want to demonstrate some other things, but I will proceed ahead to the next slide and take your questions and introduce you another way of how I usually take questions from you.